All right, Shalom. Let's check if we live. Shalom, shalom. All right, shalom, we live. All right, troubling times are coming for you women indeed. World War III, the draft. All right. Shalom, before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect. That's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson. Through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash, I write in the headline, it reads, it says, firestorm erupts over requiring women to sign up for military draft, all right? And all of these things are being done for judgment's sake, all right? The Lord is getting ready to use this war to judge a lot of you people, man, especially you women, all right? Like the elder said, equal rights means equal opportunity, all right? Because a lot of you women said you were men, you can do it better than men and all of that shit. So now you're getting ready to be put to the test, you see? So it's getting ready to go down, man. All right, the tables have turned, as they say. All right, the tables have turned, man. You women are in big trouble. All right, so get ready to get sent overseas. Get ready to twerk on the front lines. All right, like you dumbass hoes say, hey, you outside. Well, you really about to be outside, man. All right, outside in the trenches. All right, and this is why the Lord said this. Let me grab this scripture real quick. All right, because it's going down. All right, this is Isaiah 32 and verse 9, and it reads, it says, rise up, you women that are at ease. All right, all you women that are comfortable, that got it made in the shade, that are in your sense of security, because right now, hey, a lot of these women over here in America, especially the Western women, they're living their best life right now, man. You see it all over the internet, the social media, how they're bragging about how, they're getting money and finessing dudes, and you gotta pay for all my shit. All of this recklessness that you see on the internet, man. These women got it made, man. All right. Because remember, hey, the woman is technically in her heaven right now, too. Right. But everything around her is about to come down crashing and burning, man. Right. But it says Isaiah 32 and 9, it says, rise up, you women that are at ease, hear my voice. You careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. All right. So you women should be highly considering the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, especially right now. All right. The ones that can receive this thing, you better repent. All right. You better turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai while you still can. All right. Is the point. It says, verse 10, it says, many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Right. Because we understand that this society is at the brink of collapse. All right. So everything that these women have, attached themselves to, they're about to lose it all. Right. And in this uproar, going back to the headline here, hey, we're not surprised. All right. We've been warning all you people out there that this was getting ready to happen. And now it's happening. All right. We are in the midst of World War III. It's going down, man. All right. So you women, all right, that said that, hey, I'm a man too, and listen to me roar and all of that shit. Hey, well, look, let's go put it all to the test. All right. So anyway, let's get into this thing, man. I just want to make a quick lesson, because a lot of people all over YouTube and social media are talking about this. They're doing videos. They're reacting to this news, right? But let's get into it real quick here. This is from Fox News. This came out 2 days ago. It says Kayla McNanny. It says, I don't want Congress deciding this, right? So let's listen to this.
There's new outrage over the Senate's version of the National Defense Authorization Act. Why? Because this year's bill includes language that may require American women to register for the draft. Women have never had to register before. Some Republicans are not happy. Like, Missouri Senator Josh Hawley saying, quote, I'm not voting for any defense bill that forces my daughter to register for the draft, not now, not ever. And Texas Congressman Chip Roy adding, quote, over my dead body. Morgan Ortegas, you're in the Navy Reserve. I want to know your thoughts.
Well, this is Morgan Ortegas' opinion and not anyone from the Department of Defense. I think women should volunteer, as I did. I do not think that women should register for the draft. I agree with both members that you just quoted. Listen, we do have some historic challenges that our military is facing right now. A historic recruitment crisis, retention problems, a war with China that we are trying to deter, war in multiple theaters. To me, that's what the DoD should be focused on. This provision has been in the NDA before in the past and never actually made it through. But listen, we've seen some positive things in the reserves since I think like 2005. We've had an increase of about 4.4% of women that voluntarily joined. So listen, no one hired me for my for my bronze. They hired me for my brains. I'm not competing with our friends, the Navy SEALs, but I give back and serve in my own way. And there's plenty of ways for women to serve. I would finally just add, there's sort of this outdated notion that women can't be on the front lines. If you're on a ship and you're, in the South China Sea or you're in the Pacific, there's men and women on the ship. That is the front line against the Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah, you women gonna be on the damn front lines. All right, you men and you women, man. That's the front lines. And remember a couple of years ago, let me pull this article out. It was tons of articles coming out about this topic here, but it says U.S. military rated as weak. All right. U.S. military rated as weak may not be able to win one war as tensions grow with China and Russia. Because look, you got women out there on the front line. You got transformers, you got moles, and a bunch of weirdos, man. This place is done for, man. All right. And this is why these nations are pretty much, licking their chops, so to speak, to take this place out. All right. The recruitment, like they were saying in the video, the recruitment has been low. The people that are, trying to get into the military are all obese, out of shape. All right. They had to lower the standards for the fitness test because these people weren't passing the test. This place is done, man. All right. Real quick. Let me get that scripture because it said the military was rated weak. This is Jeremiah 51. All right. Because, hey, the nations, America's enemies see this place as a damn joke. Jeremiah 51 and verse 28, it says, prepare against the nations with the kings and the Medes, going back to the Russians, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, in all the land of his dominion. All right. Because right now we see that these nations are making alliances with Russia. All right. A couple of days ago, literally, I believe it was North Korea. I believe they just signed a pact that they would protect each other, right along with China. All right. So you have all these major nations coming together, to form alliances against the West, man. All right. So prophecy is playing out. All right. It says, prepare against her, the nations, right? With the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. All right. These nations are coming together. All right. It says, and the land shall tremble in sorrow. For every purpose of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant, no survivors, man. All right. When this war is implemented, there will be no survivors. This place is going to be desolate without inhabitant. All right. And you got niggas making bunkers and shit like that, buying bunkers underground out there in fucking Idaho and South Dakota. Right. The Lord said when he smokes this place, it's not going to be any inhabitant. All right. So what these celebrities are doing, it's all in vain. All right. It says the point, verse 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. And we've been seeing that throughout social media. All right. How people have been vocalizing how they're not going to go into the draft. They can't make me go to war. I'm not fighting in the war for these fucking elites. I'm not laying my body on the line for this country. Hey, you've seen the videos online, man. All right. People everywhere are talking shit like, fuck that. That's why when this thing goes down, when they start really drafting people, it's going to be rebellion out here, man. It's going to be chaos in the streets. All right. Because these, what you call them, Generation Zs or whatever the case, they've been heavily vocalizing like, look, they're not going into this war. You got niggas online talk about they go crash out. So it's gonna get crazy out here when this thing really is like, pushed, right? But this all ties into what? The destruction of this place, man. Right? It says the Jeremiah 51:30, it says the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed. You see that? Their might have failed. They became as women. So going back to what I was saying in this topic, in this headline, all right, this is prophecy. The U.S. military rated as weak. All right, the soldiers have forborne to fight. They have lost their might. All right, when you lose your strength, when you lose your might, you are weak. All right, and so that essentially that's likened unto Babylon's military force. It doesn't have the power that it once had, and this is the Lord doing that. All right, the Lord is literally weakening this place at every angle right now. All right, it says the U.S. military rated as weak and may not be able to win one war as tensions grow with China and Russia. All right, and many other nations that are coming together against this place. You see? So going back, finishing it out, it says Jeremiah 51:30, it says the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. The might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken because this place is about to be taken by these nations. All right, via ICBM nuclear destruction. You see? Let's get another one real quick before we go back to the video. All right. So this is Nahum 3:13. It says, behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. All right. It says, the gates of the land shall be set wide open unto thy enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars. You see that? So showing you once again that this place has been this place has lost its power. All right, it's become weak. All right, the enemies the enemies see this place. This place is being set up to be taken, basically, man. All right. So this is what's going on, and like she said, hey, these are the men and women on your front lines. All right, this place doesn't stand a chance, man. But anyway, let's get back into the video. All right, heavy times, man. All right.
There's sort of this outdated notion that women can't be on the front lines. If you're on a ship and you're, in the South China Sea or you're in the Pacific, there's men and women on the ship. That is the front line against the Chinese Communist Party. We've certainly seen that in GY over the last 20 years as well. So ladies, join, but, do it, volunteer, do it at your own.
The American public agrees with you, Morgan. Ipsos showed that in 2016, 63% agreed with women being a part of the draft. Now it's 45%, Emily.
Right. I see the recruitment crisis. My heart has broken, I think, with the
Boo fucking who, man. All right. Don't change them now. All right. You women was talking big shit before, man. Don't try to switch up now. All right. Because when this happened before, a couple years ago, when it was talking about the draft, you had women on the internet saying that I belong in the kitchen. I don't need to be out there. Now, hey, even you had studs and dykes, talking about, I need to tap into my feminine side. I belong in the house. Nah, get your ass out there in the trenches, man. Go ahead and get that M16 and get your ass to work. You see? Real quick, man. Matter of fact, did I finish this off? Let's finish this off. Salaki, let's finish this off real quick. So this is back in Isaiah 32 and verse 10. And like I said, I'm just thinking out loud, man. A lot of people are covering this specific topic here, man. What it says, Isaiah 32 and 10, many days and years shall you be troubled. You careless women, for the venture shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Verse 11, it says, tremble ye women that are at ease. All right, you women are supposed to be in the state of fear and trembling right now. All right, because the Lord has heavy judgment sanctioned upon this place, and you women included. And remember, as I always say, hey, 2/3 is majority women. All right, there's more women on this earth than men. All right, so a lot of you women are being reserved for the war, for the destruction. Okay, tremble, you women that are at ease, be troubled. You see, trouble is coming upon you. It says, "You careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." Once again, this is giving you the vision of being in that state of trembling of fear, man. Okay, because the times that are coming, you women are about to be finished, man. Destitute, not a fucking chance, right? So hey, this is beautiful times. Hey, you asked for this, right? You voted for this shit. You marched for this shit, man. Okay, so now the Lord is giving you exactly what you asked for. You see that?
Reason why, which is that under the last social culture of the last few years, there's been a decrease in fostering national pride. So to me, I think absolutely every young person should do some type of civic volunteering. I love the idea of signing everyone up to help this country, but it starts with a pride in our country, a pride in our flag, a pride in our military, so that these young people want to do it voluntarily with the passions that they cultivate. And certainly it doesn't start with lowering, standards and physicality and all the like and forcing people to do something. I think we start from the top down.
Harris, for those worried about mothers and daughters being forced to do something, Lori Manning, a retired U.S. Navy captain, told the Daily Beast, just registering for selective service doesn't mean somebody's daughter is going to end up in the trenches. Congress can decide where these people would serve. I, for one, don't really want Congress deciding these matters.
Yeah, I'm actually right where Emily is on this issue. And that is the idea that the person who holds the title right now, Commander-in-Chief, needs to take that bully pulpit and sell it. Sell the concept of what it really means to love this country and to do anything that you would patriotically to help her. Whether that is in service, as coming from a military family, I can tell you everybody on base had this idea of all hands on deck. If something's going on, whether it's a social event on base, whatever it is, we're in it together. And, we still only make up about 1% of the whole population.
Yeah, all you bitches is in it together. Unity. Right? Let me get this too, man. All right. This is Isaiah 3 and 25. It says, "The men shall fall by the sword and the mighty in the war." All right. So as we've been bringing out all throughout this time, man. All right. It's already been prophesied that America is going to lose the war. All right. That you people are going to be destroyed. All right. The elites have you set up to be sacrificed in this World War III, pursuant to Isaiah 34. Is going to be a great sacrifice upon the land. Right? Thy men shall fall by the sword, and the mighty in the war, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground. All right, and to sit upon the ground means to be in the state of confusion, to be brought low, and that's what's getting ready to happen to a good bulk of you women out here, man. All right, and like I made mention, all right, that sacrifice, which is going to be you people. Okay, Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34 and start at verse 5, it says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea." All right. Idumea is Greek for Edom, Esau, Edom. All right. And the sword of the Lord, going back to the ICBM nuclear missiles. All right. It says, "And upon the people of my curse to judgment." Verse 6, my point, it says, "The sword of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats," and it says, "with the fat of kidneys of rams. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai have a sacrifice in Basra." You see that? And the goats, the kidneys of rams, the blood of lambs, that's tied to you people. You people are being prepared for the sacrifice, right? To be sacrificed, if you will. "For the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea." A great slaughter is coming upon you so-called Americans, you Babylonians. Right? This is why the draft, this is why this draft is being implemented. This is why all of this stuff is being signed and coming to pass. Because this prophecy is going to be fulfilled. All right, as I stated earlier, this is the judgment. Okay. Isaiah 34 in verse 7, it says, And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fatness. You see? For it is the day of the Lord's Yahweh Shemashai's vengeance, in the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Right. So as I repeat, all of the calamity and chaos and destruction that we see going on across the planet Earth, it's all for the sake of the Lord's people. All right. This is the vengeance of his temple. All right. It says, verse 9, finishing it out. Verse 9, it says, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night or day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation. It shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever, man. So this place is going to be turned into a total wasteland. All right. That's after the Lord implements his judgment, So let's finish this out.
Military families. So let's get more people involved in moving forward as a unified country. Back in past war times, women were using their pantyhose to make things. I mean, we were all in it together, but that takes a commander-in-chief who does respect and love the military and would understand. Don't look at your watch on the tarmac in Afghanistan after 13 U.S. service people have just been killed.
Can I just back here something? Do you mind, Brian? I just want to say, because what the women, because the military is still predominantly male, the women like your mother and the women that are keeping the home front burning, that are raising children, and the men who do this too whenever the wives are away. I mean, it's these families, it's the children, it's the spouses. Don't forget that it's their service as well.
That's right.
Anytime someone thanks me for my service, I think you have to thank my family. You have to thank my husband, the number of drill weekends that he's at home alone, with our child. So I just thank you, Brian, for letting me jump in, because I think it's so important to remember that you don't have to be in the uniform to be serving. The spouses are doing just as much to help. Brian?
A couple of things. I have no problem with women. It's an organizational thing. So you just hit the list. You understand the regions, the background, the marital status, whatever. You put that in, it's organizational. We'd have to have a world war for this to be considered. I mean, if these are skirmishes, we've already seen 4 or 5 wars over the last 20 years. We're not, there's no draft of men or women. So I would say, number 2, so many people get out of college and say, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I want to do. So if there was 2 years where everyone knew in the 50s and 60s where you had to be drafted, everyone knew. So for 2 years, what are you going to do? You can do Peace Corps. You're going to do volunteering here. There's a whole bunch of things to volunteer for. There's the traditional army. So for those 2 years, I'm going to do mine before college. I'm going to do mine after. I'm going to do instead. I'm not going to go to college at all. Those 2 years, you go meet a ton of people in different regions you never saw before, especially if you're in an environment where you're not traveling, going on vacation as a kid. You expose yourself. You're probably a better person on the other side in an organizational way. But my 2 daughters are athletes. I mean, I would think that I would see there's no difference if they went to those camps, one to boot camp as opposed to, it'll be a lot harder, but I won't think they would have any problem with it.
I think we just made a recruitment team.
Yeah.
For our patriotism.
We need the help. And on that note, thank you to our men and women in uniform who serve every day,
Amen.
and their spouses. That's right.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, so you see, man, hey, these people are shook. These people on these panels are shook, man. It's all going down. As I state, the inevitable, man. All right, real quick, 2 Ezra 16. It'll start up a little bit, read down to the point. All right, because this chapter gives you a description of what's about to play out on this earth. All right. So 2 Ezra 16, verse 22, it says, many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right. It says, verse 23 says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there should be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. All right. So a prime example is that the movie that just came out was the movie Civil War. All right. They showed you that, man. It was chaos all throughout America, cities on fire, cities destroyed, bodies in the street, and these are the things that are getting ready to happen, because all of this is going to tie into Jacob's trouble, man. Like I said earlier, when they really implement this draft, all right, it's going to be wars in the streets, man. All right. People are not going to conform. There's going to be great rebellion. All right. And because of all of that, it's going to be it's going to be low numbers on people, man. It's not going to be that many people. You're going to have men and women drafted. All right. So there's going to be a lack of people, man. You know, it's going to get chaotic. All right. It says there should be no man left to till the earth and sow it. Right. Because look, it ain't going to be nobody around. All right. You talking about great death and destruction. It says the trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. Boom. There you go. You see? For all places shall be desolate of men. All right. It's not going to be that many people. What's another movie? I Am Legend. You know, it's going to be that type of energy, man. All right. People are going to be dead. People are going to be drafted off the war. You know, the scriptures give you a clear description. Right. It says it says that one man should desire to see another and to hear his voice. You see, that's how bad it is. That's how bad it's going to be. It says for of a city, there should be 10 left and 2 of a field, which shall hide themselves in thick groves and in clefts of the rocks. Right. And it was funny. What you see happening right now, you got all these doomsday preppers, you know, going off the grid, so-called, right? They out there in the woods, you know, out there in the groves and the mountaintops. All right. Them Edomites, them hardcore Edomites that already got the heads up of everything, you know. This is already going down right now. You got documentaries on it. You know how, you know, people live in certain populations off the grid, so-called, you know. So it says, for of a city, there should be 10 left, 2 of a field, which shall hide themselves in thick groves in the clefts of the rocks. It says, in an orchard of olives upon every tree, there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when the vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. It says, verse 31, even so in those days shall there be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword, right? Because you're going to have, you know, invasions. You're going to have martial law. All right. There's going to be all types of madness going on. You know, people getting snatched out of homes, right? It says, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel through. You see? The virgins shall mourn, all right, the young women. The virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers, right? So this shows you once again the state that these women are going to be in. All right. She's going to be totally destitute, no help, no support. All right. Remember, you said you was independent. You didn't need no man. All right. So all of that's going to get put to the test. Right. It's going to be a lack of men. You know, it says in the wars, their bridegrooms shall be destroyed. See? And their husbands shall perish of famine. All right. Death at every angle. Okay. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. We understand these things. All right. This is why we are breaking these scriptures down and giving them to you plain. All right. You got to have the vision to see it. Okay. Behold the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel shall receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. All right. World War III is part of the plagues. All right. Nuclear destruction is part of the plagues. As when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compares her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side, which we see right now. All right, World War III, the draft, economic collapse, the sea hip, famines, diseases, all right, civil unrest, you know, the fall of this government, all right, every side, every angle, all right, no matter where you turn, it's some type of catastrophe, so to speak, you know. It says, verse 40, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, be as pilgrims upon the earth. Right, man. So, man, like the Elder Apostle Har had did the lesson, prepare to be tested. Things are going to happen, man. We're going to lose homes. We're getting ready to go through that straight gate, man. Trials and tribulation. All right. We're about to be tried, man. All right. So this time that's coming, as the scriptures say, is a time like no other, man. All right. But back to the point. All right. You women out there, you better be ready. All right. Because whatever it is, let me pull this up real quick, too. Like I stated before, because whatever is coming, it's coming, man. All right. Hundreds of thousands of Americans are going off grid in anticipation of what's coming. You see? So, like I said in my previous lesson, whatever it is, it's going to be major and it's going to change the whole dynamic of America. All right. So, once again, you women are in big trouble, man. All right. Let me grab a couple scriptures real quick off the comment board. Beautiful. Right. Shalom, Proverbs 22, verse 3, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Right. A man of wisdom. To have prudence means to have wisdom, to have sense. A prudent man foreseeth the evil. What is the evil? All the things that was discussed in this lesson. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Right. We're going to hide ourselves in these scriptures, in the understanding, under the covering of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It says, but the simple pass on and are punished. Right. So all those that refuse the correction, all those that think this is just a game, that this is not going to actually happen. All right. You're going to be punished. You're going to be destroyed. All right. You're going to be caught up in the crossfire, so to speak, man. Let's get some more. I was looking at that Micah. Right. Just want to make a quick point on that. Exactly, bro. Women said they are equal to a man. Let's see. Superwoman, Woman King, G.I. Jade, Hear Me Roar. Don't get scared now. Exactly. All that, hey, every other word the Lord said, man. All that big talk is getting ready to be tested. It's the one I wanted right here. Right? Micah 7:10, it says, then she that is my enemy shall see it. Right? It says she that is my enemy, because understand, all right, the wicked Israelite woman is the enemy on this side. All right? Understand that. For all you emotional niggas out there, you can't talk about the sisters. That's the queens. All right? Well, your sisters is going to war to get blown the hell up. It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover thee, Salaki, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Right? And these women don't really fear the Lord. They really don't believe. Right? They mock at the scriptures. They mock at the prophets. You see the state of the woman right now, total rebellion. Right? It says, my eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. All right. So these women are literally about to be trodden down out here, man. All right. To a pulp. Right. Beat down, literally. Okay. That's what's coming. That doesn't sound like peace and safety to me. All right. So you women got a lot coming to you. Right. And the water for these precepts, man. I'm just going through them. Ezekiel 7:25, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. All right. There's no peace coming to Babylon. No peace, no nothing. Nothing but war. All right. Isaiah 42:9, it says, behold, the former things that come to pass, and new things do I declare. What are the new things that are being declared unto you? All right. The draft, World War III. All right. The crash of this economy, the MOTB, Jacob's trouble. You see? And new things do I declare before they spring forth. I tell you them. See? Man, the water. It's just too many. All right. But you brothers and sisters out there, you get it, man. It's all going down, man. Going back to the picture, man. Right. Let me pull that back up and we'll wrap it up. right? But going back to the picture, okay, it's going down, man. All right, you women are about to get everything that you asked for, so don't be scared now, you know. But anyway, man, I pray that this quick lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and Shalom to the next one. Shalom.